you go, baby. Mommy and Daddy right here.
She's beautiful, isn't she?
She is an angel. But I do hope you appreciate the sacrifice that Gwen made agreeing not to fight for custody of that little girl.
If you expect me to send her a thank you card, Ethan, you can forget that.
Teresa, no. No. But when I told you that Gwen and I were not going to pursue custody of Jane, the trade-off was that the fighting between you and Gwen would stop. Period. Now, you have done awful things to her. She has done awful things to you. So what we need here is a truce, so we can all just get along with our lives and end it. Now, you told me that you understood. I took that to mean that you agreed. Tell me I'm right. That you believe that this feud between you and Gwen is over.
Gwen, this is no time to let down your guard. I mean, Teresa is a fighter. She's gonna beat you to a bloody pulp and then complain about breaking a nail.
You know what? I don't want to talk about this anymore. I'm exhausted. I just got home. And I happen to agree with Ethan. If we want peace, then this war needs to stop.
Gwen, haven't you heard a word I've said? Look, Ethan's idea of peace is this wonderful fairy tale, yes, but do you really think that Teresa is just gonna sit back and let the two of you be happy? Come on, that's nonsense. We have to strike before she strikes first.
No, Mother, no more. And Ethan is confirming that with Teresa right now.
Yeah, after he puts his pants back on.
Mother, sometimes you just need to trust people. Okay, I can't do this anymore. It has wrecked my life for years, and I am convinced that Teresa's gonna do the right thing.
Who on earth?
Mrs. Crane, it's the police.
Sam, why are you here so late?
I'm sorry, Ethan's not here right now.
Look, Gwen, I'm not here for Ethan. I'm here for you. Look, I have no choice but to rearrest you for the attempted murder of Teresa Lopez Fitzgerald and the kidnapping of her baby.
Teresa is having me arrested?
Oh, this is that evil Enchiladas doing, isn't it?
Teresa insisted that I rearrest you for attempted murder, kidnapping, risk of injury to a minor, and unlawful flight to avoid prosecution.
Oh, I knew it! I knew it! Didn't I tell you this would happen? I mean, didn't I tell you not to trust Teresa? Let bygones be bygones?
You know what, Mother? This isn't about you being right. I'm being arrested here.
No! No, I forbid it.
Rebecca, this is not your decision to make, or mine. I'm just doing my job. Gwen, look, I'm sorry. I have to take you in. You have the right to remain silent. If you give up that right, anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law.
Please, Mrs. Wellesley, you can stop all this. Just tell these people to go home. Tell them the adoption's off and that the boy's coming home with me.
I'm sorry, Mr. Crane, you're wrong.
What? Why? I don't understand. I'm the baby's father.
I'm afraid you're just too late.
Wait a second. How? It can't be too late for me to get back my own son. That can't be. He's my own flesh and blood. That's my baby boy.
I'm sorry, Mr. Crane, not anymore, at least not legally. The papers giving up the baby for adoption, signed by Miss Russell using your power of attorney, went into effect after the standard 72-hour grace period. Had you arrived a few minutes earlier, the outcome would have been different, but rules are rules. And since no one challenged the adoption process within those 72 hours, both parents' rights to the child have been forfeited.
No.
I hate to see Fox hurting, but I did what I had to do. My baby can't grow up knowing that his parents are half-brother and sister. And now that he's officially up for adoption, no one will ever know.
You can't keep my son away from me on some damn technicality.
We've done everything by the book. You just have to accept that your child has been given up for adoption.
Well, Liz and I will take him.
No, even I will.
No, no one's getting my son. Now you listen to me. I want my boy back, and I want him back now.
Marty is my son. I know it. I know he is.
Sherry, I'm sorry. Look, I wish that Marty was our son, but the DNA test proved that he isn't.
Well, the results are wrong. They have to be.
Well, Sheridan, your friend Dottie did the test.
Sheridan, I know how much you want to be Marty's mother, but I can't say that you are. All I can do is report the test results. And they say that Beth is Marty's mother.
I don't get how this could be happening. You are not Marty's mama. You are the baby-snatching psycho that stole Marty from Sheridan in the first place.
I know. I'm as surprised as you are. But I'm not gonna look a gift horse in the mouth, okay? The DNA tests say that I'm Marty's mother. So presto chango, I am.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am. I won.
Oh, Missy, you don't win at squat. You are a loser. How you could ever think that you would win at this when you were headed straight for doom and damnation?
Just lucky, I guess.
Lucky my diapered behind. You did this. You rigged that DNA test so it would come out in your favor. Would you just admit it?
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did, and I want to know how. What did you do? Switch the samples, huh? Sell your soul to the devil? How did you do it, Bethy? How did you make that DNA test say that you were Marty's mother when we both know that he is Sheridan's son?
I would hold the hand of the one who could lead me places and kiss the lips of the one who could sing so sweet. And I would fly on the wings of the bird I knew could take me high as breathe in, breathe out to keep me alive. You are the fire burning inside of me. You are my passion for life.
Bethy, just admit it. Tell me what you did to make the DNA test show that you were Marty's mother.
For the last time, I didn't do anything.
You mean for the first time, don't you?
Think what you want. I gotta figure out my next move.
Oh, no. No more thinking, no more next moves.
Hello, we don't have to head north to Canada now.
Oh, shit. And I wanted a Mountie.
I've gotta play this as though I've been vindicated. You know, the way I knew I would be all along.
Oh, poor Sheridan. She knows the truth. She just can't prove it.
Yep. Hopefully she'll have another mental meltdown. One that leaves her drooling for good this time.
It's okay. It's all right. You're back in Mommy's arms. Mommy loves you so much. Hey, listen. Mommy may not be where you can see her, or hear her, or feel her arms around you, but she will always be there with you. Just close your eyes, and you feel how warm the sunlight feels, or how safe you feel under the covers at night. And Mommy's there. Yes, I am. And no matter what happens, Mommy will never forget your beautiful face, or your chubby little fingers, your 10 perfect toes, your sweet baby smell.
I know that you are my son. No one can convince me that you're not. I don't know how Beth did it, but she stole you away from me. And I remember, before you were taken from me, I remember I stared into your eyes, and I memorized your face, and I swore that I would never forget you. Yeah, your eyes. I swore I would never forget you, and I haven't. I will find a way to get you back if it is the last thing that I do.
I sort of knew this was gonna happen. I tried to warn you, but you...
Maurice, the results are wrong. I am Marty's mother. I know it.
But the results say otherwise.
Didn't you hear me? I said they're wrong.
Sheridan, maybe it's time for you to accept that you're wrong. As much as you want Marty to be your son, he isn't.
No!
Sheridan, our baby died.
okay? We have to move on.
Something is wrong here. Something is very wrong.
Well, Tess, don't lie.
You know, tests don't lie. But people do. Why are you doing this to me?
What?
Tell them the truth. Tell them that Marty is my son.
Ethan, about
Look, Teresa, I know that Gwen did some awful things to you. And like I told Sam, she was not in her right mind when she did them because of the very things that you did to her. That's why my dad agreed to drop the charges against Gwen. As far as I'm concerned, that wipes the slate clean, and that's how I want it to stay. So I want you to tell me that we are still on the same page here. Tell me that you want this feud to be over between you and Gwen. Teresa, I'm asking you a question here.
Why don't I ask you a question, Ethan? What about Rebecca?
What about her?
Well, she's not one to forgive and forget. She holds a grudge better than anyone that I know. What if she comes after me and my family again?
It's not gonna happen.
You don't know that.
I do know that because I was just with Gwen and Rebecca, and they want this to be over. They do. Rebecca's only concern is you. That's why I'm here. To assure you that Rebecca, she's gonna retain control and not come after you as long as you don't incite her and do something like press charges against Gwen again.
No, I insist you let Gwen go and just arrest Teresa.
For what?
For what? For murdering Sarah, stealing embryos, impersonating a surrogate, harassing my daughter, stalking Ethan, and breathing the same air I do.
You're not helping. Stop it.
Well, I am trying to.
Then call Ethan and have him meet me at police headquarters.
Gwen's right. Gwen will be out on bail as soon as she's processed.
Processed? Sam, you're talking about her like she's some stinky piece of cheese.
Oh my God, just call Ethan, please.
Sam, how can you do this? This is your daughter-in-law.
I don't like it either.
Well, fine, then cuff me. I'll make it worth your
Rebecca,
while.
just let me do my job.
Look, there will be no arrest, no jail, no nothing. Gwen is not leaving this house.
I'm taking her to be processed, and there is nothing you can do about it.
Oh, yes, there is.
What?
Mother, what are you doing?
Rebecca,
Get off of him! Run, Gwen!
Get off me!
Run like the wind!
Ah!
Now, this whole thing has been a mistake. There's got to be something that you can do.
My baby will be adopted, and no one will ever have to know who his real parents are.
I'm just curious, Whitney. Do you feel any remorse for what you're doing to poor Fox?
Of course I do, Mom. Look, I love Fox. But I'm just doing what's best for my baby, okay? No, I'm just glad that this whole thing is going to be about over with.
Oh, I doubt that, Whitney. You know, Fox is a crane. Cranes don't give up on what they want. And he wants the child that he thinks is his son.
Damn it, I want my son back now.
There's nothing I can do. Miss Russell signed all the necessary papers to give the child up for adoption. She was using your power of attorney, which was notarized by an attorney, Ethan Winthrop, as I recall.
Yeah, I know. Look, I didn't know that she was going to use my power of attorney to give my baby away.
I'm sorry, that's an issue between you and Miss Russell. The child was handed over to my agency in full accord of the law.
Oh, screw the law. I'm a crane. I want my baby back now.
Arrogant bastard. All of you cranes are the same.
You know, I'm not here to win a popularity contest. I'm here to get my son back. Now make it happen. Give me my son back right now. Or I swear to God, I will bury this agency and I'll take you down along with it.
You see? Fox is a crane, and he is not going to stop. Not as long as he thinks that baby is his.
So what's it gonna be, Mrs. Wellesley? Huh? You gonna give me my son back, or do I bury you in this agency?
Don't threaten me.
See, Fox isn't going to get his way after all. No, don't you count on it. You know the cranes never give up. And Fox is never going to give it. Not as long as he thinks that that baby is his.
No, you know what? You're wrong. Because no matter how bad things are now, they would have been a lot worse.
Please, Mrs. Wellesley, you must forgive my son. He only recently learned what happened in his absence. He's quite emotional regarding the legal status of his child.
He's right. Look, I'm sorry. I wasn't trying to threaten you, okay? But I'm trying to get you to see how much I love my son. how much I want him back. Mrs. Wellesley, what Whitney did, signing those adoption papers, it can't be legal if she wasn't in her right mind, and I guarantee you she wasn't.
Yes, Fox, I was.
No, you weren't. Whitney, she's suffering from postpartum depression or something. I don't know what it is, but... Look, all I'm saying is I never would have given her my power of attorney, ever, if I knew she was going to use it to give my son away.
Well, my associate, Mr. Newton, and I did find Miss Russell's reasons a bit vague, and we were both concerned that you would challenge her decision.
Right, see? So deep down you knew there was something going on here, too.
Well, I wouldn't go that far.
Look, whatever. Look, my point is, you have my son, okay? And I want him back. Can't you just find it in your heart to just bend the rules just this one time, huh? Just one time so I can take my son home.
How could you do this to me? We're friends. How could you just lie like this?
Sheridan, I'm not lying. I came all the way up from Boston to run the test as a favor to you. It's not my fault the results aren't what you'd hope to hear.
Well, they're obviously wrong.
No, they're not.
Sheridan, stop attacking Dottie. But she didn't set out to hurt you.
Louisa's right. I personally performed the test.
You said that you rushed, so the tests, they have to be wrong then.
No, the tests are accurate. I'm sorry, Sheridan. I'm so very sorry. I know how much you wanted me to tell you that Marty is your son, and believe me, if there was a way that I could have done that, I would have. But the tests show that Beth is Marty's mother.
They can't. She's not.
Sheridan, please stop this. It's not our fault.
I'm sorry. Louisa's right. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to accuse you. It's just that it's hard for me to understand that something that I've believed all this time to be true isn't true at all.
Join the club, Cher.
Kicking Sheridan when she's down. You should be ashamed of yourself.
You know, instead of boo-hooing for Sheridan, can't you be happy for me?
Let me think. No. You should be locked up for the lion loon / attempted murderess that you are. Then I'll be happy.
Fine. I'll be happy for myself then. Marty's mine. I've got him free and clear, so no one's gonna take him away from me.
My eyes! I can't see!
Run! Gwen, run!
Mother, stop it. I'm not going anywhere in handcuffs.
Well, then you grab the keys while I distract him, okay?
For the love of God, get your tongue out of my ear! Rebecca, let go!
No, in a minute.
Now!
Okay.
Oh my God! Look, I know that you were upset that I had to rearrest Gwen. Okay, I am too. But you're lucky I didn't arrest you too.
Thank you, Sam.
Now, call Ethan and tell him to meet us at the station. Okay, then you come too. Gwen is gonna need you.
Oh my, now I know why Ivy wanted Sam. Whew. Hunka.
It's very simple. Rebecca will leave you alone if you leave Gwen alone. Now tell me we're on the same page like we were on the island.
Ethan, I didn't agree to any truce.
Yes, you did.
No, I didn't. You assumed that I did.
Teresa?
Look,
don't...
Even if you and I and Gwen agree to this truce, what about Rebecca? She won't honor it. She will still come after my family.
No, she won't do that.
Did she actually say that she would leave me alone, Ethan?
Not in those exact words.
Of course
No.
not, because she's never going to stop coming after
Yes,
me
she,
and my family.
She will, if you don't press charges against Gwen.
Listen, about Gwen.
Oh, God, what? What?
I need to tell you something.
You are my passion for life.
Mrs. Wellesley, how would you feel if someone took one of your children away from you?
We didn't take your baby, Mr. Crane. Miss Russell gave him to us to place for adoption.
Yes, but he wasn't hers to give away. You understand? She didn't know what she was doing when she gave my boy up for adoption. My God, I feel like my son's been kidnapped and you're holding him hostage in there.
Rules are rules. If we make an exception in your case, other couples would be loath to adopt any baby for fear of losing it if the birth parents decided they wanted it back.
Dad, help me out here. Do something.
Well, it's put me in a rather delicate position. Eve and I were hoping to adopt the child.
Liz and I are too.
Just try and forget about what you want for 1 second. Put yourself in my shoes. I'm asking for your help. What do I do?
Fox thinks the baby's his. Were that the case? Very well. If I were you, I would argue that Whitney's actions in giving up the baby were perhaps unsound. Based on that, I would file an injunction stopping the adoption process.
Well, no. No, you can't do that.
What is it? What is it? What do you have to tell me?
Okay, like I said, I knew Rebecca was gonna come after me, Ethan, so...
It's the mansion. I have to take this.
How about you don't answer it and you just let me finish what I have to tell you?
Teresa, if it's Gwen, I don't want her to think that I'm avoiding her. Hello?
Ethan? Sam was here. Gwen has been rearrested.
What?
Do I have to speak Spanish for you to understand me? Sam was here and he arrested Gwen for attempted murder, kidnapping, and a whole bunch of other trumped-up charges.
Hold on. I spoke to my father before we came back, and he agreed to drop all the charges against Gwen.
Yeah, and guess what? Just as I predicted, Teresa insisted on Gwen being rearrested. That little Evita never had any plan to forgive and forget, and my daughter has just been hauled off to jail.
What the hell have you done?
I called the child care center to have them bring me Marty. His DNA certified, Mother.
Oh, that's only gonna add to Sheridan's upset, Betty.
I know.
You are evil and then some. I don't know how you sleep at night after what you've done to her.
Told you, Mother, I didn't do anything.
Oh, yes, you did. I just haven't figured it out yet.
Get over it, old woman. I won. Marty is mine. Now I just have to get Luis back.
What?
That's right, Mother. I'm not giving up on getting Luis.
Oh.
Come on. Let's go home.
If that Marty just doesn't seem possible.
Well, I just have to accept reality.
I'm afraid Luis is right. I'm just so sorry things didn't turn out the way you expected them to.
Please, you don't have to apologize. I'm sorry for lashing out at you the way I did. It's okay.
Thanks again for your help. Come on, let's go home.
Why is this happening, Luis? And here I listened to my trusted friend tell me the test results, but my heart keeps telling me that Marty is my son. Maybe I am going crazy. Maybe I really am going over the edge now.
Sure, you'll feel better after you get some rest, okay?
No. Rest will not change what's in my heart.
Will you just try and rest for me, please?
Whitney, don't tell me what I can and cannot do when it comes to my son. I'm getting him back. I don't care if I have to go to the Supreme Court to do it.
Mr. Crane, you can file all the injunctions you want, but the fact remains is that your son was legally given up for adoption. The courts have heard cases like this before, and we've always prevailed.
Well, fine, then I'll adopt my own son.
I'm sorry, you cannot. You've already relinquished your rights to the child.
I didn't relinquish anything. Whitney abused my trust.
Well, be that as it may, the power of attorney you gave her was in full force at the time.
It's almost over.
Well, if the child can be adopted, then Liz and I want to adopt him. We will raise him in a respectable African-American household.
Yes, respectable. No, you won't. Julian and I will. He's my grandson, too.
No, stop this. Please, just let someone else adopt him, please.
No, Whitney, I'm not going to let my grandson, my blood, be raised by strangers.
He's not going to be raised by strangers. Julian and I will raise him.
He'll grow up in the mansion.
Hell, you're out of your mind. I'm not going to let my grandson be raised by cranes. Teach him how to lie, steal, cheat, and destroy people's lives.
And that's exactly what he would learn from Eve.
Hell, you two are not even fit to raise chickens, much less my grandson.
You know what, TC? It's okay. Eve is going to be in prison for 3 attempted murders.
She's innocent.
Like hell she is.
Shut up! No one's raising my son but me.
You know what? No, you're not. As a matter of fact, none of you are, because Mrs. Wellesley has seen what you all are really like. And her job is to put my baby in the best possible home. So you know what? That rules all of you out.
Thank you for protecting me from the media, Sam. I appreciate it.
Glad to. I wish I could have protected you from Teresa. I tried to get her not to go this route, but she insisted.
Yep, I'm sure she did. You know, Ethan convinced me to cut her some slack by not suing her for custody of the baby, and this is the thanks I get. My mother warned us this would happen, but Ethan was so convinced he got through to her on the island. So much for a truce.
Look, I hate to put you through the booking process again, but I can't show my daughter-in-law any favoritism.
I understand, sorry.
Sit down. Okay. I'm sure Ethan and Rebecca will be here soon.
Rebecca, I'll meet you at headquarters right away. If you see Gwen, will you tell her I love her, please?
I will. But you tell Teresa that she is going to regret this. Because I am going to make sure that she will.
I can't believe you had her rearrested.
I wanted to tell you, Ethan. You answered the phone.
It's really beside the point now, isn't it?
Look, Gwen tried to kill me.
Just save it, save it. I'm going to see my wife.
No, listen to me. I was afraid that if I didn't strike first, Rebecca would.
Move.
No, Gwen tried to kill me again when we were on the island.
Teresa, move!
Shh. No. She kidnapped our daughter. And I had to get her before Rebecca got me.
Oh, God, that's a crock and you know it. That's a crock. The plain truth here, Teresa, is that you're just hateful.
How can you see that?
How? How? Because you had the power to end all this. You had the power to bring peace. You can talk all you want about how Rebecca can't forget anything. You're the one that can't forget anything. And you're the one that's going to keep this war going and going.
Look, I was afraid that if I
told
didn't press
you, I
charges...
convinced my father to drop the charges against Gwen. And you had me believe that you were okay with that. It's fine, Ethan. You had me believing that. But you weren't okay with it, were you? No, your spiteful little mind started plotting against Gwen the minute we set foot back here in Harmony.
No, I was protecting my family.
I don't want to hear it anymore. My eyes are open, Teresa. I am seeing you for what you are. And you're a monster. You are a hateful monster.
Oh, Gwen.
Mother.
Oh, my poor persecuted baby. Oh, I mean, being rearrested for murder and kidnapping, it's like deja vu all over again.
Did you get a hold of Ethan?
Yes, he'll be here soon.
Okay, good. I don't want to go through this alone.
Oh, honey, you're not going to have to. I'm going to be here for you, and Ethan will be too.
Okay.
Sam! Oh, you know, for security reasons, are you sure you don't want to frisk me? I mean, I'd be happy to submit myself to a full strip search with you in private.
That won't be necessary.
Well, I'm sure at least one of us is packing.
Mother, now is not the time, okay?
What? Oh, right. Yeah, I'm sorry, honey. I am there for you 100%. And so is Ethan. And we are going to fight these trumped-up charges. And then we are going to beat Teresa to a bloody pulp.
You can't think that I'm a monster. You know me better than that.
Yeah, you see, that's just it. Turns out I really never knew you at all.
Ethan, wait.
Teresa, I'm going to my wife.
Oh, Ethan!
Teresa, I'm out of here.
Ethan, please wait. If you just wait, I can explain to you why I had Gwen rearrested.
I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear a damn word that you have to say.
You can't think that I'm a monster. I'm your child's mother.
I can think it. And I do think it.
You have a beautiful son, Miss Wallace.
Oh, thank you. It's killing Sheridan to see me with Marty. And once Louise leaves her to be with me and our son, she might really bite the dust.
Oh, send me a postcard care of the Mounties, will you? Because I'm not sticking around here watching you try and steal Louise from Sheridan again. It's bad enough that you landed Marty. And another thing, how can you keep wishing that poor, innocent girl more pain?
Innocent? What? Sheridan stole Louise from me.
Oh, please, angels. Angels, take me now. Spare me from listening to this anymore, please.
No. Sheridan's a crane. She could have any man on Earth, but no. She's got to come back to Harmony and decide she wants a working stiff. So she sets her sights on Louise, the only man that I have ever loved.
Bethy, the only man?
Shut your mouth, Mother. You know never to bring that up. Don't you ever talk about that again.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm really sorry.
I'm gonna have Louise, and no one, least of all Sheridan, is gonna stop me.
I know that it hurts you to see Beth with Marty. But she is his mother, okay, Sheridan? The DNA test proved it.
I was just so sure that the tests would prove otherwise.
Well, Sheridan, your friend Dottie did the test.
I'm so sorry. I still feel so bad for accusing you of not getting it right. It's okay.
I know how much having a child meant to you.
Now, Sheridan, one of the reasons that I asked Beth to share custody of Marty was so you could spend time with them. I was hoping that somehow that would help you get over the loss of our child. Marty is my son with Beth.
I need to talk to her.
I really don't think that that's such a good idea right now.
No, Louise, I need to talk to her before I leave. There's something that I need to say to her about Marty, something that you both should hear.
Why can't we adopt Whitney's baby? He's TC's grandson.
He's my grandson, too.
He's my son, and I want to keep him.
No crane will raise that baby.
That child is a crane. He will be raised as a crane by Eve and me.
You're wrong, Father. He's going to be raised by me.
None of you are going to raise baby Russell. It's as simple as that.
Wait, why not? I mean, have other couples been waiting longer?
No, it has nothing to do with that, Whitney.
Then why can't I raise my own grandson? Is it because I'm African American? Is this a racial thing?
Absolutely not. This is not a race issue at all.
Then why can't any of us adopt the baby?
Because you're giving me my son back, right?
No, I'm sorry, Mr. Crane. None of you can adopt baby Russell because he's already been adopted by someone else.
Someone's already adopted my baby?
That's right.
We could have given the baby a wonderful life.
But we could have given him a loving home.
Well, I'm the baby's father. I should be raising him.
Mr. Newton and I can assure you all that the baby is in excellent hands.
So who adopted him? Who adopted my son?
Sam, this is outrageous. I mean, Gwen being forced to be photographed and fingerprinted again? I mean, the lighting in here is horrible. The poor girl hasn't even had a manicure. Hasn't she been through enough?
Between us, yes, she has. But Teresa insisted on pressing charges, and this is standard procedure when someone's arrested.
She isn't just someone. She is your daughter-in-law.
All the more reason why I have to play it by the book. You're lucky I didn't arrest you for obstruction of justice.
Oh, justice, my foot. Teresa is torturing my Gwen. And the only reason I jumped on you was to help her. But if I did hurt your back, I'd be happy to give you a rub down.
If you want to be there for Gwen, she's going to need you right now, okay? She's in serious trouble.
Yeah. Because of Teresa. Don't you worry, Gwen. Teresa may think she's won, but she hasn't. There is no way we're going to let her get away with this. No way.
How do you know that?
Because we are going to destroy her life. I am talking total devastation. I mean, she is going to rue the day that she ever decided to mess with us. This is a fight to the finish. The end of Teresa.
Like, you can't think that I'm a monster. You can't mean that.
That's exactly what I think. Here's what I think. I think you're uncaring. I think you're unfeeling. And if I would have known how much hate you have in that heart of yours, I would have never have allowed you to take my daughter and keep her. I would have fought you tooth and nail to make sure that my daughter was raised by a kind and a loving woman like Gwen, instead of a nasty piece of work like yourself.
No, you don't mean that.
The hell I don't. You repulse me, and I don't want to see you again.
Sheridan, let's go home, all right? Now, come on, you can speak to Beth another time.
No,
Let's
Luis,
go.
I'm not leaving until I talk to
Sheridan.
Beth.
Oh, here comes Sheridan. Vengeance, thy name is Sheridan. Boy, if you thought you were going to be able to rig that DNA test to make it look like Marty was yours, you thought wrong. Sheridan is not going to let you keep her son.
The last time I did not rig the test.
Sheridan, just wait.
Beth, there's something that I need to say to you. It's about Marty being my son.
I can help you get Catherine out of Martin's life. That is, if you're interested.
I think I want to go home, Spike.
What the hell is going on here? Party's over. You're being raided.
I've lost my son forever now.
Oh my God. You've adopted the baby?